Top 10 Most Dangerous Countries in the World. In a world marked by geopolitical strife, internal conflicts, and humanitarian crises, certain nations stand out for their pervasive levels of danger and instability. From ongoing warfare to high crime rates and environmental hazards, these countries pose significant risks to residents and travelers alike. Number 10. Venezuela. Once considered one of South America's wealthiest nations, Venezuela has experienced a profound economic and political collapse in recent years. Hyperinflation, severe shortages of basic necessities, and widespread poverty have fueled social unrest and crime rates. Caracas, the capital, ranks among the most violent cities globally due to high levels of gang-related violence and street crime. Number 9. Brazil. Despite its natural beauty and vibrant culture, Brazil faces significant challenges related to crime and violence. Major cities like Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo grapple with high rates of street crime, including robberies, assaults, and homicides. Organized crime groups, known as favelas, exert control over certain neighborhoods, contributing to a sense of insecurity among residents and visitors. But before we continue, Number 8. South Africa. While known for its diverse landscapes and wildlife, South Africa struggles with persistently high levels of violent crime. Issues such as armed robbery, carjacking, and home invasions are prevalent in urban areas, particularly in townships and informal settlements. South Africa's crime rates, coupled with socio-economic disparities and urbanization challenges, make it a dangerous destination for tourists and locals alike. Number 7. Afghanistan. As one of the world's most conflict-ridden nations, Afghanistan remains plagued by ongoing warfare and instability. The Taliban insurgency, coupled with the presence of other extremist groups, poses significant security threats across the country. Afghanistan's rugged terrain and porous borders further complicate efforts to establish stability and security, making it a highly dangerous place for civilians and foreign nationals. Number 6. Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC. Despite its vast natural resources, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, faces chronic instability and violence, fueled by armed conflicts and ethnic tensions. Eastern regions of the DRC, particularly North and South Kivu, witness ongoing clashes between government forces and numerous armed groups vying for control over lucrative mineral resources. The humanitarian situation remains dire, with widespread displacement and human rights abuses. Number 5. Libya. Since the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi in 2011, Libya has descended into chaos characterized by armed militias, rival governments, and lawlessness. The country remains a battleground for competing factions, with sporadic violence and insecurity prevalent across much of the territory. Libya's political fragmentation and proliferation of weapons have contributed to its status as a dangerous and unpredictable destination. Number 4. Syria. The Syrian civil war, which erupted in 2007, has resulted in widespread devastation, displacement, and loss of life. Various factions, including the Assad regime, rebel groups, and Islamist militants, have been engaged in a complex and protracted conflict. The use of chemical weapons, indiscriminate bombings, and human rights abuses have contributed to Syria's reputation as one of the world's deadliest conflict zones. Number 3. Iraq. Despite the defeat of the Islamic State as a territorial entity, Iraq continues to grapple with instability and violence. Sectarian divisions, political corruption, and the presence of armed militias contribute to ongoing insecurity. Iraq's recent history, including the 2003 US-led invasion and subsequent insurgency, has left scars that continue to affect its security landscape. Number 2. Somalia. Long plagued by state collapse, piracy, and Islamist insurgency, Somalia remains one of the most dangerous countries globally. The presence of al-Shabaab, an extremist group affiliated with al-Qaeda, poses a significant security threat. Somalia's coastline, known as a piracy hotspot, adds to the country's reputation for lawlessness and insecurity. Number 1. Yemen. Topping the list as the most dangerous country in the world is Yemen, where a brutal civil war has ravaged the country since 2015. The conflict between Houthi rebels and the internationally recognized government backed by a Saudi-led coalition, has led to widespread humanitarian suffering, including food insecurity, disease outbreaks, and civilian casualties. Yemen's status as a conflict zone makes it extremely perilous for residents and humanitarian workers alike. Please don't forget to comment and tell us your opinion on the video.